Hello everybody, it's time to go a little more in depth on the Volvo logo. I already did a car logo video, I think it was my third video, but it wasn't part of the voting videos, so I wanted to include it in this series. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on this vote. I'd like to have hundreds of these voting videos just for future reference. Who knows where we're headed with this whole thing. It's been pretty mind-blowing. So, Volvo having the male symbol just blows my mind. I never ever saw an arrow on the Volvo logo my whole life. I've been interested in cars since I was a teenager. I was pulling engines in and out of cars, just after high school. I've never owned a Volvo. I own a Volkswagen, which happened to change on me during this whole thing. Not literally, but, my consciousness all of a sudden started seeing a little slit in my steering wheel, logo, the Volkswagen logo. So it totally mind-blowing what's going on there. But anyhow, Volvo Owners Club. So when the decision was taken to start producing Volvos in 1926, they decided to go with the Volvo symbol for Mars. This is one of the oldest, most common ideograms in Western culture and originally stood for the planet Mars in the Roman Empire. And so if you ask Volvo why they have the male symbol, they'll say, well, it's a symbol for iron or it's a symbol for Mars. Now, why they would go with something that would exclude females and stick with it until 2016, I mean, what feminist is going to go buy a Volvo and drive it around? I mean, I just seem to be something where they're excluding females, like restaurants where I see these restaurants will say an Indian restaurant and everything's in Indian and it don't really cater to anyone but Indians. I mean, I feel like they're excluding, Caucasians or African Americans, whatever. I think you get the point. I mean, if you're in business, I think you should try and get as much business as possible. That's my idea, but this just seems so odd. So the arrow's been there since the 1920s. Here it is here. It just looks so odd to me. I've never seen the arrow. You could basically take this out right here, and that's the logo I remember. The crossbar, the circle, and the Volvo here. Now, I found some symbols that I remember. And I don't know what these are. They're probably Chinese knockoffs or something, but there it is. There it is without the arrow. That's what I've always remembered. Please thumb this up if you agree. There's never been an arrow in the reality you spend a lot of time in during your lifetime that you were conscious of. The reality you spent a lot of time in 20, 30 years ago, that reality didn't have an arrow on the Volvo symbol. Not in my mind. Please thumb this down if you've always been aware of the arrow in the Volvo symbol. I imagine I'm going to get a lot of thumbs up because I know a lot of you don't remember this. You never saw this. You never saw the little crazy curly QE, which now makes it look like Fjord. This is really bizarre. So this is just so bizarre. This just looks so weird. I never ever seen the male symbol for Volvo in the last 30 years. I just never had seen it because I existed in another reality. My consciousness was in another reality. I'm so far beyond you're just not remembering things correctly. This here wasn't here. I bought my Volkswagen. I remember crossing this back and forth with my finger saying, this is so cool how they overlap these V's and it creates a V, va, 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 which is 666. I came across that in my research. Yeah, okay, that's interesting there, but there was no break here. This just looks like a V hanging on the top here and a W on the bottom of the circle here. That was not there in my conscious mind prior to like 3.5 months ago. So please thumb this up if you never remember an arrow in the Volvo symbol. There they are. That's what I remember. Please thumb this down if you always remember the arrow. It's always been there in this reality. Always had the arrow. This is like a 1920s right here. It's just so crazy seeing this male symbol for Volvo. That's about it for this video. I'll be doing some other ones. I'm thinking of doing one on Skechers, which is not new. You know, we've known about that for 3-4 months. I was just thinking of maybe doing it on Skechers. New Zealand, I've already done the map, but I think I'm going to start breaking these down and just covering individual things like New Zealand, Skechers, maybe Oreo double stuff, you know, with one F now. That's never what I saw in the grocery store. So anyway, please sum this up if you agree with me and you never recall seeing arrow on the Volvo symbol. Take care, everyone. Please try and stay grounded if you're new to this information. It gets easier as time goes on. Actually, it gets a little too easy. I'm almost starting to feel like these things that I don't ever remember are just, you know, they've always been this way in this reality, but I'm feeling like it's not so strange anymore, and that bothers me. So we're just going to continue on with this. And I'm continuously trying to raise my vibration. I'm trying to stay positive. I don't want any politics. I don't want any Hillary and Trump and none of it. I want none of it. It's all a dog and pony show. It's all already planned. Hillary's probably going to be the next president, as much as that scares me. But she's got the big banks that run the world behind her, so that's just what I see. I'm not paying attention to the shootings anymore. I'm just tired of it. To me, that's all has an agenda behind it, so I don't want to get into that now, but just none of it. I just want to be positive. I want to wake up, say this is going to be a wonderful day, see what happens, you know, try and keep a smile on my face, and just create the reality that I want. Just see myself doing what I want, create my reality. This is just an incredible time, everybody. I hope that things are going well for you. If they're not, you can change them. You're not the victim. Don't think you're a victim of everything around you. This is your movie. You are the script writer. Make it what you want it. Take care, everyone.